So Adam and Steve walked into a bar and exclaimed, "Wow, that fig leaf Eve has on is simply fabulous."
May I have your attention, please? But it's cool for Tom Green to hump a dead moose. We ain't nothing but mammals. Well, some of us cannibals who cut other people open like cantaloupes. But if we can hump dead animals and antelopes, then there's no reason that a man and another man can't elope.
This is a perfect example of where our priorities lie. Our American society rallies around the flag, tooting our horns about freedom and civil rights, and yet, there seems to be this big to-do about letting only certain people marry. The last I checked, the technical definition of marriage is the joining of two people in commitment. So seriously, what the Many view marriage as a religious ceremony, and traditionally, yes, it is. However, I thought we were supposed to have a separation of church and state. Why is it we haven't just made marriage a civil requirement across the board? Him and her, he and him, she and her. If you want to go off and have a religious something or other on top of that, have at it, much as we do now. But everyone should have the right to marry, divorce, or live in so-called sin. For those who are afraid gay is contagious, grow up and get over your cootie phobia. It's the most ridiculous and paranoid thing I have ever heard. If you truly think that homosexuality is hell-worthy, and in the next breath forgive those who rape, pillage, mutilate, and murder others, perhaps your heart isn't as pure as you'd like to believe. Come on down from that pedestal. I'm here to tell you how lonely it can get up there. When you are more accepting of others for their differences, you will find you will get more love in return than you could ever hope for. And refusing gay couples to adopt children, what will they pass on? Tolerance of the hate that surrounds them? Forgiveness in the face of judgment? Commitment? Unconditional love? Or maybe, just maybe, they will save a child from a life of loneliness, abandonment, and abuse. I can tell you this, my gay friends and relatives would never rape me as some of my heterosexual species has done. My gay friends don't play games with me or hurt my feelings on a regular basis as my competitive, jealous girlfriends have done. My gay friends accept my being different from them more so than my so-called family does. If Eminem can get over himself long enough to rap the above, do you really want to go through this life thinking that Marshall Mathers is more enlightened than you are? You have every right to your opinion. The problem that I have with some of the things I hear coming out of the mouths of religious babes, such as hate the sin, not the sinner, science has nothing to do with it, I don't care what they do as long as I don't have to see it, is that it hurts others. And there seems to be little interest in rectifying that. It's God's way or the highway. The thing is, your God isn't everyone's, but a surprising amount of gays do believe in a God who loves them unconditionally. I invite you to have a seat at my table and break bread with my sister, my cousins, and my friends. Look them in the eye and have a discussion about why they don't deserve the same rights you do, that they are not worthy of the love that you have or have had in your life. Tell them all about how they've sinned. Make sure to look them in the eye when you do. It helps get your point across that much stronger. Then, go home and look yourself in the eye in your mirror. It's so much easier to preach to the intolerance. Much harder to save the stone thrower who stares back at you.